Hello guys, it's your boy Balefire here, and as you've seen from the title, unfortunately there are some bad news for our boy Rain here. I'm pretty sure that you guys have already seen this somewhere else, maybe you've read about it, or maybe you've experienced it yourselves if you play Rain, and I definitely did notice that, but it is now that I decided to make a video about it because I also seen it in the practice room, and it's something that we need to talk about. And of course, this is the mere fact that our setup with Sub-Zero has been nerfed. And how exactly is that? So let's say, for example, that you opened up the defense of your opponent, right? So you did something like this. Okay, you freeze them. Now you go for this, you set up this thing, and as you can clearly see, Liu Kang blocked the first hit, even though it's an overhead. And the second hit, then he just has to block low, but here I'm playing against a CPU bot, so of course it's not going to block high if I program it to block low. So you get what I mean. Now this setup simply does not work. It doesn't matter how you time it, it just doesn't work anymore. So is that bad news? Well, is it? Not really, because now you have other ways to open up the opponents, and here is where you can bait for the armor if you want. And so, for example, let's do the same thing again. Okay, so I open them up, I do a typical combo, I freeze them, then I go for this, then I can do something like this, for example, if I want. Right, I can add a little bit more pressure, go for a throw, or maybe I can do something like this, go for more pressure, perhaps I can open them up, right, and then do my typical Rain combos again. So that is important. So that is an option. And if they assume that you're going to do the same thing again and they try to armor it, well, it's going to break. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it. So let's have an example of it so that you can actually see it. Okay, so here it is. Still does break armor. It's just that, you know, your opponents no longer have to delay wake up with this setup if you try to go for the forward 3-2. So this is another mix-up you get now. For example, you can try to bait armor through that, for example, and by just, you know, if they assume that you're going to do something like, if they assume that you're going to go for a defensive, I can't speak. If they assume that you're going to go for the standing 2-1-1 string, and what you can also do is you can also go for the back 3, for example. Like, you don't necessarily have to do the same string. What you can also go is for a throw, right? And it's definitely going to work. Okay, so you don't have to worry. If you want to keep it safe, you can also decide to do nothing. So the same strategies as from the previous Sub-Zero guide that I've made months ago, they still apply. Only this time, this setup, it doesn't work the same way as you can use a forward 3-2 and then, you know, try to bait their armor or whatever. So that's it about. So that's the news about this specific setup. That's all you need to know. But you can still do other things. Don't worry, you're not done. And now with the buffs, you can definitely go for more pressure here as well. That is the one thing. Also, another thing that I need to mention is this. So let me go to the I need to make Liu Kang block. I need to put Liu Kang on block mode. So where is he? Wait, opponent type, yeah, dummy, and then we go to block mode all. So another thing now that you can do with Sub-Zero is, and it clearly says it here, if we go to move list and go here to cameo and go to the Arctic armor and press square, you can see it says invulnerable to projectiles for a duration, which is what we know. Yes, you can do that, but now you also can cancel it into cold shoulder. So what does that mean? Let's say you are here and you are pressing your opponent. If you do this now you get to do this. Okay, this is something that you can definitely do. How useful is it? Not really that useful, because as you can clearly see, you have to sacrifice all of your cameo meter in order to do this, right? But how useful can it be? Perhaps in a last breath situation it can be useful, I guess, right? If you have full meter or full cameo meter. Another way that you can also use this, in my opinion, is if you want to confuse the opponent, maybe. But you are sacrificing all of your cameo meter. So how useful is it really? I don't know. Not really that great, in my opinion. But perhaps in the future it will prove to be more stronger. We will see. But for now, I say it's a little bit useless. And these are all the updates I have for today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that it was educational. Hope you have a great day. Don't forget to practice to master your rain combos and everything else that is important to him. And I will see you all in the next video. Have a great one.